This episode is recorded in front of a live streaming audience.
Prepare to attack the enemy's control points.
Get behind me, Doctor! I am fully charged!
You are listening to Control Point, a Team Fortress 2 podcast with Brent Copeland, Eric Fullerton, Wes Wilson, and Spencer Williams.
Control Point, episode 57, recorded on January 4th, 2009.
And I'm Brent, 2008. Oh, did it.
Oh, you forgot to change the number on your check.
Oh, man. Brent Copeland.
I'm Wes Wilson, 1968. Oh!
I'm Eric Fullerton, 1976. Oh!
New Year's, they always get me.
I know.
What is crack-a-lackin', everyone? First show of 2009.
It's been a while. I haven't seen y'all guys in
Yeah,
I know.
weeks.
We've all been playing games, and not many of them have been TF2, have they?
No, yeah, we got
I've been
lots
playing
of
a lot
new
of
games.
TF2.
Really?
Yeah.
I know you played one night with me.
I say a lot. I've been playing as much as I've been playing.
Yeah.
Well, you know what?
What?
There's a briefcase.
And it was under the Christmas tree.
Uh-oh.
Let's look
I
what's
hear
inside.
a skit brewing.
What did Santa bring us this year?
Okay, here it is. I'm opening it. Ho, ho, ho!
Cool.
What did you call me?
It says in here, a little piece of paper that says first episode of 2009. Okay.
Wow, you
nice.
jumped the gun on that. Thanks, Eric.
Yeah.
Right.
And also there's some a tiny little TF2 update.
Have yourself a tiny little update.
Blah, blah, blah,
And,
blah, blah.
And piles of email and a little aftermath of the Demo Man's nerf. It's been a little while, so we'll see what happened.
Yeah. So
Okay.
it's been going.
I'm excited. Who wants to go first? Who wants to go first? Who wants to go first?
I'll go first.
Okay, you go
Brenty.
I don't know why I'm going first. I don't have anything under my list here, even though I did some stuff. I just didn't fill it out. But Eric and I played a interesting pickup game last night. It was a lot of fun. Our server won. I killed it. We had a lot of CP After Dark on Friday till about 5.
Yeah,
4 or 5
I left.
in the
I
morning.
think I left at 1.
Yeah, and it was one of those where you're just like, wow, why was I up this late doing that?
Yes.
But it was still a lot of fun. But anyway, I crashed
What's the
server a couple
definition?
times.
What's the definition of pickup game?
Okay, the pickup game is where you just pick it up, right? You just get a couple people and then a couple more people, and it's more of an invite, I guess. Right?
Oh, okay.
You might send an invite out to the community and say, hey, we're looking to do a pickup game. It's just kind of on the spot, but we want to kind of play, like Pug.
I guess so. Yeah.
But this is a little different. When you say it within like our own term community, it's kind of a little more official.
Is it a
like,
schoolyard game? Is that what it is?
Well, that's what we did. We did a schoolyard game.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that's where you pick back and forth.
Yeah.
And it was one of the guys who was picking. I forget who it was, but he was really drunk. Could not remember to pick.
Oops.
Turn.
Was that you?
No. And it took forever. But it was probably one of the most fun parts of the games because we got steamrolled after
Really?
we started.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, I think it was because Eric picked me on his team. And when you put 2 hosts on one team, it's a pretty big handicap.
Yeah, we had 3 of us that one day, and we were all getting steamrolled, and I shuffled the teams.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, smart.
It's like it really should be like 14 to 12 if you with the host on the 14 side. Anyway, so it was a lot of fun, and I forget how, but earlier that day we were playing on one, and I killed the server, and it went down hard. Like I went to restart it, and it said this server cannot be restarted. It's like, well, that's not good.
Wow, what did you do? Did you teleport somebody?
I don't even know if I did anything or not. I was messing with some admin stuff, and at the point I was switching me from team to team because I just updated Beetles on it.
Yeah,
and I was just going through and testing some stuff. And
okay,
you know, when you get on the server, people start showing up, and so like every few, I'd be like, I'm testing stuff, so watch out.
But, Johnny Napalm asked me why the password didn't work anymore or something on Beetles. I'm like,
for the admins, because all the admins got booted out of there because when I updated it, I didn't save the file with all the admin Steam IDs. Luckily, one of the mods did. They went in and fixed it.
Oh, cool.
Except for Johnny wasn't on that list, so we still got to get Johnny back on there. And I told him to send me a Steam ID. He did, and then my window for that vanished, so I didn't actually get it. So I got to get that back from. Anyway, so I blew up the server. I think I've said that about 4 times already.
Nice.
And it would not come back up, so we went to 3, and that's why we went to 3 and kind of started a game there. And just to anybody who couldn't get on 3, couldn't get a password from people, is we generally tell people not to give out that password to 3.
Right.
Because it's usually a setup scrimmage or something. And this, once we got the teams on there and we had 26 people, there's no reason to give anybody the password at that point, and everybody's playing. So don't feel like you were left out on purpose or anything. It was just a spur of the moment thing.
It's because you suck and we don't like suckers.
Well, it's because I suck.
I was wondering why you wouldn't give me the password.
But that was about my week, and I did a lot of other stuff. I played a lot of Warhammer and
what about your Secret Santa?
Oh, I didn't do it.
Oh, you didn't do it.
Yeah, I was kind of broke, so I didn't.
Okay.
I wasn't sure if I would, and I know it's lame, it's $10, but I wasn't sure if I'd be able to get the present for someone, so I didn't want to, say I'd do it.
I got and gave the same thing.
You did?
Yes.
Oh. That's a nice little
$10 gift certificate.
Well, no, it was hard not to. It was hard not to do it because they had the STALKER on sale for $5.99.
Oh, right.
Stalker.
Yes, but it's STALKER because there's periods after each letter.
I
haven't played it.
I thought it was pronounced S period T period A period.
No, you don't need to do that.
But I did get Jacob got an Xbox 360 for Christmas. Santa brought that to him.
So that means you're online now.
Yeah, so Santa also kind of brought me one too in the same breath.
That was awfully nice.
Jacob plays it during the day, and then once he goes to bed, I play it. So you can look me up. I'm just Brent Copeland on there. Hit me up. I want to do some rock band with some people. I got a band, Control Point. We're rocking, I'm telling you. We got a plane. We've got a promoter, and we've got some people on the street handing out flyers for our band. So join up. I still have open positions because it's at the moment just me.
I want to play.
Nice.
Do you?
I'll be your easy drummer.
I would love that because I played one online game and I joined someone else's band to do it because it takes too long to get people to join your band when you just do it randomly, it seems like. And they picked all these songs, and one of them was System of the Down, and it's like where they start screaming about why it's okay to kill angels or something.
Yeah.
And my son's in the room, and I'm like, I don't know if that's something I really want him hearing at this point. So you got to watch out sometimes. Nice. Anyway, that's about it. I'm rambling now.
So, Rambling Man.
You did that.
Yeah, I did ramble. Do you want me to ramble some more?
No.
Rambling Man, very hard. Okay, Wes. How'd your week go?
My week was great. I didn't. I spent a lot of time over at my in-laws because we did all the family. All of my wife's family comes over there. We went night before Christmas Eve over to my parents' house and spent the night over there and hung with them. But my father-in-law actually owns a PS3, and my brother-in-law was there and he had his Wii there, so we did a lot of gaming.
Mm-hmm. Like console gaming.
Yeah. And I really didn't do... And when I was free, my wife had the last 2 weeks off. So when I was free for computer gaming, we mostly did WoW because that's what we play together. But I did get a little bit of TF2 in, and I did try TF2 on the PS3. I got my father-in-law the orange box for Christmas.
Sweet.
Very cool.
He wanted to play Portal and Half-Life 2. But I wanted to try out Team Fortress 2.
Yeah.
On it.
So you finally did?
Yeah.
Oh,
so I put it on, and it is exactly how everyone describes it. It's 6 to 8 person games.
Very small.
So it's much more 1 or 2 people fighting 1 or 2 people in a given spot. Mm-hmm. I found that it's very, you really do want to just basically control the spawn room. No matter, we played a lot, and it got to the point where it was, for some reason, whenever it's time to vote on the next map, everybody votes for 2 Fort. So it was just 2 Fort over and over and over and over again. But basically, I'd go demo, and then I would go and hang out in the hay room, and I'd sticky up their thing and just try to kill anybody who came out. Because with 6 to 8 people in the game, if you kill 1 or 2 of them all the time, then 25% of their team is down.
Right.
So it was really a different experience. And also, I'm not a thumb joystick analog shooter kind of guy. Yeah. So at first I hopped on as a medic because I thought, well, that'll be easy. All I got to do is run around and follow people. Yeah. But I quickly learned that there's a surprisingly large number of people playing sniper. and sniper is nasty on the old medic. And I was really surprised how accurate the snipers were.
Yeah, do they put more prediction on the 360 or something?
I have no idea.
Or I would see you could get on a level.
I was on a PS3.
Oh, PS3, okay.
Like, it seems like it'd be much easier to get yourself on a level playing, and then just move back and forth and then shoot at that level. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, it was really weird. I can't necessarily say I had that much fun. It was, mostly what I would do is I would team up with one other guy and hope that he knew how to play. And periodically, I'd just be following somebody, and I'd be like, "Where are you going?" We went over into the other team's fort, and then the guy ran down into the sewers and started running back towards our base, and I'm like, wow, this come on. And the other problem is, my father-in-law doesn't have a headset, so it wasn't like I could go, hey, you're going the wrong way, and the idea of typing something in real quick wasn't really,
That's
so
not an option.
I just had to turn around and leave the poor guy.
Did it feel like you traveled way in the past and played TF2 when there was no updates?
No. Well, yes, that was one thing. I was really happy at all the grenades I had as a demo member.
Okay.
I was like, I have 36 grenades.
Holy
this is great.
That's insane. I almost forgot about that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fun.
And there was something else that I noticed that was just like, oh, wow, that's crazy. But it was a different experience. I don't recommend it. I know we have some PS3 and some Xbox 360 Orange Box listeners. Right. And, I fully support them playing, but I really do think that the real fun of the game is going to be found on the PC. And I hope you get the chutzpah to go and move on.
Huh. Interesting.
I tried to remember people's names so that I could give them shout outs on the podcast, but I ended up like everybody had numbers in their names, like, like Dogboy 231 and, Mr. Miracle 414 and, and I was like, I can't remember all this. This is too much. So I couldn't remember what his name.
Okay.
I also played a little bit the other night, and I was really surprised because I was all excited to, be, and I noticed that people are having a really bad habit of jumping out of a class that you need at least one of. For instance, you always need a medic. You may not need two, you may not need three, but you always need one medic, and you may not need, a lot of engineers, but you usually need one.
At least.
If nothing better, just to keep that one scout from coming and capping something or doing something jerky.
Right.
So that's
something
just
beef jerky.
Yeah, it's the scout trump. And I found that like I would be playing medic, and then two other people would join, and then I would move out of it, and then all the medics would quit again, and then like I decided to go Engie, and all of a sudden there were more Engies playing, and I'm like, okay, well, I'm not going to go Engie, and then all the Engies would quit, and then we'd lose like in 5 minutes. So I was getting a little frustrated, but I did have a good time, like trying to set up my little base in Mach 4, and then I had a pyro kill me with my own sentry.
Oh.
He reflected my rockets back at me.
Wow.
And I felt really robbed. I was like, that's just not fair.
That's pretty good, though.
Yeah.
It's rare to see people use that.
Yes, but
I was talking about that last night in game, how people don't really use that a lot.
Yeah, well,
that's cool.
This pyro killed me with my own rockets, and it was heartbreaking. And then
I want to see a pyro kill someone with their own flare.
Oh yeah, I wonder if you can do that.
You can, you can reflect.
You can
flares.
bounce flares.
Yeah.
Oh wow!
Any object. I wonder if you can do needles. Has anybody tried needles? That should be tested on the TF2 Mythbusters that they're doing right now. They're doing a lot of recording. They did the other night some recording, got a lot of myths done. So hopefully,
I was going to give them a shout out in the shout out sections for their stuff.
Well, we can do that later.
Okay. And then also, I had a really funny moment. We had a particular member of our community who complained to me about other people commenting on his gameplay at some point in time, and how it just really was kind of rude for them to and we were playing what's the name of that map? gravel pit the other night, and we were attacking, and I was playing Engie, and I was trying to get set up right there outside of A. You know,
I was in that game. I think
you were in that game. I was trying to get set up right outside of A, so that as soon as B fell, because we'd captured A, and as soon as we captured B, I wanted to be able to start teleporting people over there to that place, to the hallway in A. Well, people were helping me build over there, and then we were getting kind of close to time ending, and someone said to me, they said, "Hey Wes, we probably don't need any engineers right now." And it was this person who had complained to me about somebody saying something, to them one time. And I just was like, what? What are you doing? Of course we don't necessarily need engineers right now, but, if we capture B, having an engineer right here is going to help immensely. I can't necessarily plan on the fact that,
y'all are sucking.
So I don't know. It was kind of funny, but I thought it was very ironic, and it was just like, wait, what? But I didn't say anything to them. I just figured I would just call them out silently on the podcast so that they would know that I had talked about them.
Nice. You know who you are.
Yes. But I thought there was great irony in that. Okay, that's my week.
Okay. Let's see. My week. Let me look at my notes here. Oh, yeah. Christmas happened. New Year's happened as well. Okay, Secret Santa. We did a Secret Santa. Let's see. What did I... Oh, I got Multiwinia from Unicycle Jester. That was very cool. I'm liking it. I haven't played it multiplayer though, so I need to find other people that have it. I played the computer on a couple of different maps, and I really like it.
So you've been playing solo Winia?
Yeah. Which is, I guess, Darwinia, and then they made Multiwinia, which is the multiplayer
Darwinia.
Yeah. And which came out a couple years ago, but I think Multiwinia is pretty new. Anyway, and then also I gave Spencer iFluid.
Ooh, I want to hear about that.
It's a great game. I bought it for myself as well.
I wish he was on this podcast to tell us about it.
Yeah. It works with the physics chip. Very cool. Very neat. Awesome music, too.
Should I call him up on the cell?
No, it's okay.
We'll do a daily gamer on it. Okay, and also I bought a couple of games because everything was a crazy sale. Like, the stuff was like 75% off. There were like 99-cent games in there, so I bought Axion, which is a 99-cent game.
Did you see the spreadsheet that the Gamers for Job guy put together?
No, I didn't see that.
I thought I put it in the forums, but basically there was a guy went through the entire catalog and had a list of it was a Google spreadsheet, and it had all the games, what their original price was, what their new price was, and the dollar difference and the percentage off that it was. And it was really cool. You could just scroll down and go, ooh, that's a great deal.
Wow.
Ooh, that's a great deal. And he even color coded the percentages off.
Wow.
Like if it
That's
was
pretty cool.
if it was only 10% off, it was yellow, and if it was 25% off, it was green. And
Holy crap.
We should link to that.
Well, the sale's over.
Suck.
Yeah.
People should just read the Gamers for Jobs forums. There you go. Mm-hmm. I haven't given them a shout out in a while.
Let's see what else.
We should call them.
New computer. I got a new computer.
They've got a hotline now.
Oh yeah, they do.
They do.
We're gonna call them right now.
So y'all want to call them? We could call Gamers with Jobs right now.
We should.
If we want to. I actually, and this is something that I think everybody should do. If you've got a podcast you listen to and they've got a number, put it on your dial. Just throw it in your phone book on your cell.
Yep, and that way at weird points in time you can call them and say, hey. Okay, so we're calling Gamers with Jobs.
Thank you for calling the Gamers with Jobs conference call. Leave a message.
Hey guys, this is the Control Point podcast.
And we're calling you live from our podcast.
Live from episode 57.
Yes, and we wanted to check out your fancy new technology.
And we think everybody should put you on speed dial so they can call right away when they have a question. Yeah. And so we had a question. If you could be any... No, we won't do that to you. Start that. We just wanted to wish y'all a happy new year, and you guys do a great job, and we just want to say thanks.
Yeah.
Is that about it?
Yes.
That's it.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.
See how easy that was?
That was great.
We didn't, nothing planned, nothing whatever.
So
now they have content that they'll never use.
Okay, continuing through my weeks, I got a new computer for Christmas. I bought it myself. It's a quad core. It's pretty sweet. So I immediately got Crysis and started playing it because that's kind of your benchmark video game, which turned out to be a really, really good game. More than just a pretty looking game. And in fact, tonight I'm recording a Daily Gamer episode on it.
I want to play that game.
It is so pretty.
My computer sucks so bad.
Because it was like someone was saying in the podcast, or not podcast, in the game last night that it, the only reason they'd heard of it was a benchmark for graphics.
Right.
And that's the only thing I've heard. I don't know, is it an army game? Is it a fighter, shooter?
It's a shooter.
RPG?
It's not what I expected.
Yeah.
At all.
My friend Travis loves it. It's like one of his favorites.
Well, I'll listen to the Daily Gamer like everybody else should to find any more info about it.
Okay. Deadworkers.com/TDG. Okay. And on to...
and if you have not subscribed to Audible yet, you should go to audible.com/controlpoint.
Drink Brain Tonic.
Okay. Right.
Okay, and also I went out of town for Christmas with Sabrina and hit up some casinos in Vicksburg, Mississippi. That was way fun.
I saw some tweets about that. I was waiting for the tweet that was like, I'm walking out of here a millionaire.
Yeah.
That would have been pretty cool, because then you could have gotten me a computer for Christmas.
Yeah.
Me too.
Instead, I lost everything. House, car.
We're now doing the podcast on the street in front of Eric's house where it used to be.
Let's see. Saturday night. So TF2 played some schoolyard game action. And I'll put this in the show notes. There's a demo or a couple demos that you can download and you can watch us play this legendary game.
It was that good. It was like it was like an all-star pro game, like in football.
It was a lot of like
crazy,
like old CP, not old, like as an ancient. My back.
Oh, there were some old people there. Ras was there. He's old.
Was Clyde there?
No, actually,
Clyde wasn't there. He was in Left 4 Dead. I believe.
Really, Clyde was in Left 4 Dead. Yeah. Really.
Well, he's getting ready for the new Left 4 Dead podcast. But we'll get to that later.
So I really had a good time. We tried to nominate the teams, right? And we got mint condition on one side, and somehow I ended up being a team captain on the other side. And so we went through, picked everybody. This was on Gold Rush. Yes, this is on Gold Rush. So we picked everybody and had a good time, and that was fun. I played a lot of Medic on Gold Rush, which was kind of strange. And this is before we decided to pick teams. We started the game and everybody was Pyro, including me, because I always play Pyro. And everybody's like, oh my God, no one play Pyro, just the good people. Like if you're good at Pyro, just, and like apparently I'm not a good Pyro because it was like everybody but Ras, be a Pyro. So it's like, or everybody not be a Pyro except for Ras. Anyway, so I was like, okay, well I'll play Medic. I haven't played Medic since probably the Unlocks came out.
Wait, but Ras wasn't even on our team.
He was before we did the picking.
Oh, okay.
This was before the schoolyard thing.
Gotcha.
So I'm running around with a healing gun and stuff, and it's pretty fun. I mean, it was pretty cool. It was just, walking down memory lane with my medic guns and stuff. So I discovered a bunch of cool things that have occurred since I've played medic, which is probably about 8 months ago. So when someone's calling out for medic, you see how low their health is according to how red the call out icon is.
Yes.
Which didn't exist back when I was playing medic. And also the little call out icon is on fire if if your dude is on fire and he's calling out, which is also really cool. So you can see who's spamming it just because they either are annoying or they accidentally hit the E button. Yeah, which happens, so you can really go towards the people that you want.
Does it show their class on it? Doesn't yet.
No.
They need to show the little icon too, because then you can latch on. Oh, there's a heavy. As they jump out of the respawn room and they go medic.
Yeah.
Ooh.
But I'm sure everybody knows this. This is like really old news, but this is new to me because I don't play medic. So that was a lot of fun, and so yay for medics and stuff. Okay. And then after we did our choosing our schoolyard game thing, I went back to Pyro, which was really cool. We lost. Mint Conditions team won, but check out the demos because I'm sure they're pretty funny. At least watch the picking part. That was pretty funny too.
Is the audio on the demos now?
Yes. I thought they always were, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just if you record a demo, you're not recording your own voice.
Okay, gotcha.
You're recording everyone else's. So.
Gotcha.
And this is the server itself recording the demo, so everybody's voice should be on there. Which actually is annoying because it records both sides of the voice. As if all talk is on.
It's hard to,
Yeah, so anyway.
By the way, I played a new map last week. I played Frontier. Have you played that?
No.
It's a really, really long payload map, but the cart is a cart, and you hop on it. And it's got some really cool elements to it. I tried to play engineer on it, which was very, very frustrating though, and because there's hardly any metal laying anywhere. So you're like, building, and then you're running around looking for stuff, and you can't ever find it. But it's got some really cool elements to it. I do recommend checking it out.
Frontier. No, I've stopped playing custom maps on our server because it takes so long to download them.
I just Alt-Tab out, go to FPS Banana, download it, install it.
I'm too lazy.
And rejoin.
I'm just too lazy. That's all it boils down to. I'm not going to download a map anywhere separately. The game does it for me. If it does it slowly, I'm going to go play Left 4 Dead.
Okay.
But there is some news on that. We are looking into going to a different server than the one we currently go to because apparently there's a cheaper and better server out there. And so we're going to try to go to that. We might keep our practice server on game servers, but we're moving down to 12 slots because from what I hear, that's all we need to practice with. And it'll save like $20 a month. But that keeps it where we can still get the cheap rate for the vent server.
Okay.
But anyway, continue.
So really at the end of this night, it just kind of fell apart. After the game was over, the big game or whatever, people were like, okay, I'm going to bed. So then it starts getting silly, and I end up like farming some heavy achievements and stuff. And, it was just kind of like weird up until, I don't know, 3 in the morning or something like that. So wasn't it something like that? But I got a couple achievements though. I think I even got a medic achievement or two.
I think Leia was trying to get dominate everybody.
Did
she get
right,
that?
Yeah.
Did she ever get that?
I don't know, but I remember.
Is there an achievement for dominating everybody in the game?
I don't know.
No, it was. I think she just wanted a screenshot of her dominating the team.
And Mintalk, no matter what Mintalk could do, he could not save me.
He was helping me farm.
Like when I was a medic, I'd get burned. When I was trying to do an engineer, my stuff would get destroyed. He just. Thanks, Mintalk.
And that unicycle jester, Uncle Jesse, and he's a madman with the sniper rifle.
Thurvald?
Yeah.
Holy crap! I didn't realize he was such a good spy.
Oh yeah.
Pretty good spy.
There was some pretty epic games.
I've been getting backstabbed by Landshark a lot lately.
He is a good spy too. He was in that game, the pickup game, I think, right?
Oh, okay. Yeah, I believe so. But yeah, that was fun.
Yeah, there's so many good people in the community.
I know. They're so much better than me.
Maybe we're just sucking more.
I think, yeah. Anyway, that's it for me. Anybody ready for the On the Loud Speaker?
News and discussion.
Was that a Muppet?
I think so.
Frog here.
All right.
Someday we'll find it.
The Rainbow
Discussions.
Nice.
With news and discussions.
With me. La da da dee da da dum.
There was a TF2 update on December 15th. What do you think about that?
TF2 update. Oh, sorry.
This update has, has about 5 bullets to it. So
is anything important here? I don't see anything important except for the new teleporter sounds. That's really important.
Added new teleporter sounds for upgrade levels 2 and 3. Changed the achievement tracker to only be available in Team Fortress 2.
Wow, engineers can upgrade the bomb cart?
Wow.
Is that what that says?
To level 6?
Fixed engineers being able to upgrade the bomb cart's dispenser found on the payload levels.
I wasn't unaware of that.
Being
really?
Able to upgrade the bomb cart's dispenser.
Wow.
Did anybody know about this?
Okay. Well then.
Okay. So does that mean
I'm
just
reading
go
the
up
old
to
update because I don't see any of what y'all are talking about.
It's if you look at our Google Doc.
Yeah. No, I went to that.
It's the last bullet. No, second to last bullet. So if you take your wrench and you just start going to town on the payload cart, you're upgrading something?
I guess.
I don't get it.
That's pretty cool. That's very, very useful.
Yeah.
I wonder if you can destroy it. I wonder if you can knock it back down to level 1.
I don't know. But you can shoot at a payload cart now?
I don't know.
Huh. That's really weird.
We'll have to do some detective work on that one.
I'm looking at the chat room. We have 57 people in here. Anyone know anything about this? This is very strange.
Exhibit A said it was possible.
Huh. Interesting. Okay, well. Oh, they fixed it in the patch. Does that mean you can't do it anymore? And it used to? Because it sounded to me like it was
fixed engineers being able to upgrade the bomb cart's dispenser fund. So it either sounds like they fixed it where you can't do it or you can do it.
Oh. They should use the word prevent, not fix.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Well, that sucks, and I missed that. I would have liked to have upgraded the bomb cart
to 6.
Wow.
Yeah.
But you can, and like old PS3 patches or whatnot, I guess.
No, because there's no payload.
Oh, it's even before that.
Wah, wah, wah.
It's really old stuff.
You're playing some old crap there, people. Get a PC and play some real gaming.
Ouch.
Ouch.
Hey, I just got an Xbox. I can now make jokes about Xbox.
I would rather people play TF2 on a console than not play it at all.
No, go get a cheap PC. It doesn't need much. Turn down the graphics and go frag some people the proper way.
Okay, so we're moving on to a new segment.
Okay.
And the new segment is called Milkshake Tunes.
Milkshake Tunes.
He's got his own section now. This is awesome song submitted from I Drink Your Milkshake.
Can we say that all at the same time?
We can.
I drink your milkshake.
Over and over again. I drink your milkshake.
We're chanting.
I drink your milk. Oh.
And here's the awesome song. It is called Come Together and it is good.
I drink your milkshake.
I drink your milkshake.
I drink your milkshake.
I drink your milkshake.
Shake, shake,
shake.
Okay, there's some material to work with. All right.
Sneaking up slowly, he got spinning his Sasha. He won slow moving tank. He got ammo down to his knees. He'll load it into Sasha and he'll kill you with ease. He can't eat his sandwich. He got KGB. His crits are 4 to win. He said, hey, medic, come heal me. One thing that I can tell you is that they make one deadly team. Come together right here and Uber me. A big one, he got eating problems. Yes, he likes the sandwich, and it's weird 'cause his best friend is a skinny dude. He said, hey, medic, do you love me? These two were meant to be together, can't you see? Come together right here and Uber me.
I am fully charged!
All of you are dead! We're a good team!
Well done, Oktoberfest!
Awesome.
That was awesome.
That was nice.
Yes.
Good stuff. Good stuff. Bravo. Bravo.
Bravissimo.
I like the delay, actually.
Really?
You like yeah, because I mean it's authentic, right?
Yes.
It's the old school tape loop back kind of thing.
Yep.
But I liked it. Good job. Good jorb.
Good job.
All right.
So it's time for listener contributions.
Listener.
Yes.
Nud.
Listeners.
We've got a video.
We do.
And this was made by Sigma Sign?
No.
So this should actually be in surveillance as opposed to listener contributions.
It should be in surveillance.
So we're going to skip it.
We're going to
let's cover it now. Let's cover it now. It's a YouTube video. It's called I Am Heavy Weapons Guy. And basically it's the Final Fantasy VII theme song done with Team Fortress 2 sounds.
Mm-hmm. And it's well done. I like it.
Do we want to play a little bit of the intro? Do you want to open it, Brent? Is that possible?
Yes.
Do we have the technology?
We have the technology. Now, I've got to say real quick that I think it takes having... Have y'all heard the Final Fantasy VII theme song?
Yes.
See, I haven't. I'm not really a big Final Fantasy fan, and I didn't really care for this.
Oh, okay.
But I could see how, if you're involved in this stuff, you could. And let's give them a little taste of this.
Delicious. Oh god, that's okay. You can make it stop now. It's good. It goes on.
Okay, it was better the second time.
Woo, woo, woo! Yeah, it's good. The video is actually synced too, so it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Our next, we got an email from Brieg. How would you pronounce that?
Brieg.
In German, it would be Brieg.
Schnell. I don't know.
He says, "Who touched the Heavy's gun?" When he says, "Who touched my gun?"
That's an awesome question.
It's got to be the scout. He's a jerk.
Or, maybe he looks at his small gun and he sees the Heavy's big gun and he has to go over and touch it and go, woo!
I think the Heavy touched it and just forgot.
That's a good answer too.
Maybe the sandwich.
He doesn't have a really long...
No, there'd be some mayo on there if there was a sandwich.
Yeah.
So, but how does he know someone touched his gun?
Because there's a fingerprint on it. Have you ever seen a clean gun? You can see fingerprints on it.
Well, I know, but how do we know that there wasn't mayo or mustard on it? He was like, "Who touched my gun?"
Because if it was mayo or mustard, he would have known.
He's pretty stupid. He might not.
Yeah. And sometimes we turn to the chat room for an answer, and today we see that Technolust has said Spencer.
Spencer
touched it.
I hate that guy.
So, yeah.
Spencer is back! Spencer is back! See, but I can channel him anytime we need him. So.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
Okay, good question. Next.
Okay, so we got an email from Christian. Well, he'll call us back and let us know how we screwed it up. So, hello, Control Point. I was watching the old trailer for TF2 when I saw that the Demo Man had a weapon that he no longer has. It looked like about 6 sticks of dynamite bundled up, and the Demo Man would throw it, making a large explosion and then 6 smaller explosions. I just wondered if you knew about this and if Valve took it out to better balance the game. And this is actually his grenade. This was in the original TF2. The Demo Man had a grenade that was basically exactly what you said. It would, I think it was the MIRV, the MIRV grenade. It would blow up into so many smaller grenades that then they would blow up as well. It was spam-alicious. And this is one of the reasons why they decided to take grenades out of the game. Is this one and the nail grenade from the soldiers, I guess. Had that one, and it just made so much spam in the game. You can just imagine if Demo Man threw that out. They have stickies, and here's 6 smaller explosions with one big. It's just a lot of stuff. So they took it out, but they still have the models in the game.
That was a cluster bomb. Is that what the name? I'm just reading the chat room. I'm seeing
Merv.
Oh, okay, the Merv. Okay.
But so that's where that is.
Nice little piece of history. All right, next.
Why don't you read one?
Lobster Mobster.
You want to read this?
Ah, okay. This one, I bet Wes posted this one.
I did. I did add this.
About Lobster Mobster over and at Gamers with Jobs.
Yep, he sent me this on their forums.
Okay, I thought this was interesting enough to that you might want to put this on your podcast. Okay, this is him speaking, not me. I was playing with the other Googers last night, and we were on defense on Gravel Pit. The enemy team got a scout up to the top of C before they unlocked it. As soon as the others flipped, they started capping immediately. I pumped my stumpy pyro legs as fast as I could to get to the top, but just a little too slow. Our team lost, and I showed up just in time to see the scout doing a little victory dance. Knowing that my certain death was at hand, I figured I'd make the most of my last moments on Earth and did my own taunt. I happened to be holding my flare gun at the time, so I did my fireball, and I killed him. I believe he said it best when he immediately typed in chat 3 exclamation points. So word of the wise, if you lose a round, you might as well be easy prey on the other team, but you're not totally defenseless. Huh, wow. Nice kill. I can't say that's ever happened to me, but sweet.
So that's from Lobster Mobster. We also have a video from Chrono.
Oh, yes. This is a no-scope video on WeGame.com. He has a link here, so we'll link it. But basically, he's going around causing havoc with his sniper rifle and his no-scope skills. Very scary. Very deadly. That's why I chose him for the team last night. I picked him. So that is good stuff. So that is a video we will link. Another video here that we're going to link is from Destruder.
Or Destructor, if you want to call him that. That's kind of like
and he loves
Dark Bladder.
Dark Bladder? Yeah. Oh, what? It was Dark Blader, isn't it?
No, it's Dark Bladder.
Bladder.
He just misspelled it. It's okay. I like Dark Bladder.
This is TF2 Spy Pawnage, and this is really cool. Once you watch, it's kind of short and sweet. It's got a cool song, and it's really him going and backstabbing like crazy. And this is... Dang, what map is this? Is this Gold Rush? I forget now. But it is a payload map. But it's good. It makes you want to play Spy once you watch it. It's inspiring, if you will.
Doesn't everything make you want to play Spy?
It's Badwater. Freakadelic is telling me that, so yes. Anyway, email. Here's an email.
Now, is this the same email we've got an audio file for? Didn't we hear an audio file?
We do have one from
Yes, Leia. We do. Let's roll this.
Hey guys, this is Leia Shadow. Apparently, the TF2 wiki says that both Red and Blue are in fact not construction companies, but cover-ups for secret intelligence agencies. I was wondering if each knows that the other is a cover-up. Hope you figure it out. I'll see you on the server.
Okay, this is a good question. This was actually a discussion we had last night in game. After we actually got finished playing the real game, we were just messing around. So the question was, we were singing some Christmas songs that we did this time around the second Christmas episode, and I think Leah asked us why the one lyric says says that Blue is actually a
CIA.
A front for an intelligence agency. Which, if you look at TF2 Wiki, you'll see that Blue and Red are both fronts for major intelligence corporations. So, but they put on a front, and the Blue they pose as a plumber, construction, granary type thing. The other side is I forget now. Anyway, so they're basically both fronts. But it's a good question. Do they actually know that each other are fronts?
They have to. Why would you steal intelligence from a real construction company? I mean, what are you going to do? Get their blueprints?
Yeah, true. That's true.
So yes,
I guess. Oh, Red is like more farming equipment and stuff like that, right? And then Blue's more kind of industrial.
Yeah,
kind of. Yes. Like if you look at Two Fort,
Red's a bunch of cowboys.
Yeah. Yeehaw! So yeah, they would totally have to know. Leah also sent an email that says, I think that they must realize each other's true identity, because why else would they be fighting? Surely Blue is not convinced that it's worthwhile to bomb a simple construction company. Exactly what you said, Wes. And surely Red must realize that a normal construction company wouldn't be so intent on blowing them up. Then again, maybe they just live in some weird universe where construction companies are so intent for business they bomb each other. Maybe. Could be a weird universe.
Could be.
We're living in. So anyway, interesting. Okay. I guess we answered that.
And we got another email from Brig here. It says, what do you think is the backstory of the maps? The laser on Gravel Pit, the rocket missile on Dustbowl.
Well, I mean, obviously, I think that these teams are trying to destroy each other, and I think they're at war, and so they make rockets and missiles and things like that. And then the other team finds out about it and tries to stop it.
I think all of the information you're looking for is in the briefcase. If you really want to know, if you really want to know why the hydroelectric deal, is what's the deal with hydro? Like, what kind of signals are they picking up with their big radar dish and stuff?
I think
satellite dishes.
The lasers C, right, on Gravel Pit. That's the laser, right?
On C?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I think that tower is what they're building or whatever. I think it's a big laser that they're going to be shooting stuff with. So that's why it's called the laser.
The laser. But when you say all of this information could be easily outlined in all the documents inside of each side's briefcase.
Yeah.
And that's why they steal it. They go, we want to know what's behind your laser technology and your underground warheads and stuff. So this is a pretty complex question, one that we cannot answer without stealing the other side's briefcase.
Yes. Wow, that was really lame.
Well, it's true.
Okay.
So we got another email, and this is a long one. So I don't know if we'll answer all this at the same time, but this is for Pierre Cron, the Eagle. The NG. Hello, Control Point. I don't have any questions this week, but I do have some very important tips. Since the new update, the NGs need more help than ever before during setup time. 1. During setup time, don't touch the ammo ever. You don't need it. We do. 2. During gameplay, use the dispenser instead of ammo boxes whenever possible. This will allow you to still get health and ammo while leaving critical metal for the NGs. During setup time, if you're not playing as a medic, spawn as an NG and help out the other NGs. With 15 seconds left in the setup time, switch back to your regular class, and you'll have more than enough time to run into battle.
I find that doesn't work very well on maps like Gravel Pit, though. What I'll do is I will spawn as an NG, and I'll walk out the door and I'll upgrade people's teleporters to level 3, but most of the time I'll barely get back to the fight in time. I mean, I won't be able to get any good ground. I'm just joining in the fight that's already in progress.
Oh, right.
So I think that completely depends on the map.
That's true.
Yeah, and I think that's one of the main things is to help with is getting that teleporter up to 3, right?
Right.
And then also make sure when you switch classes that you switch classes in the room.
Yes.
If you switch outside, you're going to die, and
you got to wait for respawn timer.
Yeah.
True.
So number 4, even with all these tips, there won't be enough metal for the NGs. With at least 30 seconds left in setup time, follow the NG to wherever he's setting up camp, then kill yourself. This will give the NG 100 I don't know. A lot of these tips seem to be like great for the NG, but suck for the rest of the team.
Yeah.
And I think we need to remember this is a team sport.
Right. And I mean, don't get me wrong. It's great. What if you get a long respawn and all of a sudden you've got, 15 seconds to get into the battle that you might not you might not be able to get there in time.
No, and I could see this tip as if you run straight away.
Yeah.
To that place, and there's a long setup, like you said, if you have 60 seconds and you got 30 seconds, maybe it's enough to get back.
Maybe run forward, use your 200 metal to upgrade the sentry to level 1, kill yourself, spawn as something else.
Yeah. Well, food for thought. Okay, so more here. 5, help us NGs distinguish between friends and foe. If we're shooting at you, it's because we think you might be a spy. The quicker you prove to us that you're not a spy, the sooner we can get back to work. Switch weapons, use your speech bubble, fire the weapons, walk through the sentry dispenser. Those are just a few ways of validating yourself, and I think that's a great.
When I walk around in NG, I always just blow fire, even because I'm spy checking too. But
if I see someone switch weapons, I know they're not a spy.
Yeah.
So unless they've changed that.
That's a lot harder to notice, though, than a big gout of flame.
Well, yeah, that's true. But see, a lot of times it's like, I don't want you, depending on where I am in setup, I don't also want you wasting your ammo to have to come over and use my ammo to build you up. But anyway, that's... Yeah. Anyway, 6. Help us protect our buildings. I've switched class many times because I would be left alone, and a single pyro or demo man or spy would kill me and destroy all my hard work. I'm helping you with my dispenser and teleport, so a bit of protection is more than enough to repay me back. I think that's a fairly good tip. I think one thing to maybe help NGs out is put your teleporter where people have to run past your setup to get to the action, because then you have a continuous stream of your team running past your gun, and they'll be more likely to help you if they're on the way to something else.
Oh, yeah, that's good.
Well, but at the same time, I think that also gives spies a cheap way to mess with you. If you've got your team running past your spawn, then there's a good reason for spies to be over near you. I prefer to put my stuff away from my teleporter so that I don't have to worry about spies. If anybody comes near my setup, I shoot them. I shoot them dead.
That's a good point. 7. NGs need to help each other out. Don't be selfish.
Yeah, that's one thing I've been doing lately. For the most part, if there's 2 other NGs playing, I won't even build anything to start off with. The first thing I do is I just run forward and I use all my metal to help whatever they're doing.
Yeah, or even build it faster. You know, and I agree. If you see that first sentry go up, help them get it up. You're not doing any good throwing up a second sentry, and you got 2 level 1s out there,
right? Because they'll just go away.
And wait, we got a PS. I'm glad nobody wanted to get rid of NGs in reference to Ash Williams' question last week.
No.
Oh yeah, the question of
they're lovable. They're cute.
Which class would we?
You just want to pinch their little NG cheeks.
And the rednecks. We like rednecks here on the
Yeehaw!
Team Fortress podcast.
We got another email. Are we ready to move on?
Yes.
This is an email from Twath the night before. Anyway, hello, CP hosts. I was writing to voice my opinion on how the Demo Man's nerf is not something to be terribly disappointed with. I am not happy with how this is beginning. While it's true that a lone demo man has less chance to defeat a competent engineer, sentries are still vulnerable to attacks from 2 or more people. For the engineer to succeed, he needs to shoot every sticky that lands on his sentry, or else it spells certain doom. This means he can't focus on keeping his sentry alive with the wrench. All the demo man needs to do is ask for a soldier, spy, or perhaps another demo man to aid him in removing said sentry. In addition, this is only applicable when your engineer foe has superb aim. If he misses 1 or 2 stickies, it's all over. This is not the only problem, some argue. He has a tougher time holding ground with his stickies, which is one of his most famous jobs. While this is true for the most part, the nerf urges Demoman to hide his stickies more often. And again, stickies are not the easiest things to shoot, since in the thick of battle, focusing your attention on removing a demo's stickies can easily lead to your demise. Another point that is often brought up is his supposed inability to throw stickies on a point and walk away, killing anyone on that point. I disagree and actually believe this nerf works in the Demoman's favor. Previously, a scout could sneak by and simply shoot all of the stickies off the point while he's not hiding from the red team. So he's assuming the scout is blue. But now, if a scout sneaks by and starts removing the Demoman's stickies, the Demoman will notice his sticky count drop, and he can instantly alert his team that there's an enemy hiding at the final point.
A lot of good stuff there. I would first say we should change that will notice his stickies to should or might.
Right.
Because, those numbers, a lot of times I don't pay.
Yep.
But as a non-demo man, I've got to say, I do agree with a lot of this. And I've seen, as playing an NG, my gun destroyed by demo man still just as much. So I don't know. I mean, from a demo man, though,
right.
Being playing, what do you think about this?
Well, I mean, I'm not sure. I mean, you can sit there and say all day long that the scout can sit there and shoot your stickies off and you'll notice. But at the same time, to me, that's not a good trade-off. The idea that someone can destroy my stickies makes it, I don't know, it just changes the whole dynamic of stuff, and it doesn't seem... I didn't mind the scattering of stickies. It was harder to do. Nowadays, shooting and killing a sticky is easy. I mean, you can do it with your pistol. Bam, bam.
Well, and I
if
think
you tried to
heavies
move
do it.
if you tried to move a sticky with a pistol, it was tough. You had to sit there and go.
Yeah, and it still does damage when it blows up, right? I mean, in the old way. Like, even though you move it, you could still move it under someone else, and that's a good thing.
Right. I mean, it was
the
trouble.
new way-
If you were a soldier and you spread stickies and then jumped on the point, there were also the odds the stickies went in not good places, and you would end up blowing something else up that you are happy you blew up.
Right.
Nowadays, you just lose your potency.
Right, and I see heavies, pushing forward. They can just sit there, and as they're railing against people, just point at the stickies and rail against them and do that. I don't know. I still don't know how I feel. It's playing this past week. I really haven't noticed a super change in gameplay on any of the changes. Really, the engineers, the spies, it almost seems the same game, and so I'm almost not. I almost don't think they were horrible changes if I'm not noticing anything different.
Yeah.
Like I said, I don't play Demo Man. I hate playing Demo Man, really, because I suck at it. So I don't do that. I did notice as a sniper, though, I started playing sniper more, even though my ping seems to like to stay at 300 a lot of times. It's fun to shoot the stickies out of the way. As people are coming up, and that Demo Man's playing at 6 stickies, I can just sit there and start taking the stickies out as people are moving up.
Yeah. I just, to me, it was an unnecessary change. I would have preferred something defensive for the sentry rather than use another and not a Demo Man nerf. That's what I would prefer.
I will tell you what I would prefer. I would prefer they would explain their changes a little better. I think just them coming out and saying, "Well, we did this because of this."
Yeah.
And really give they could say we really envisioned the Demo Man class to have to hide his stickies. We didn't want them to leave stickies on a point and run off and not really defend it, know. Things like that, and I don't know if that's what they were thinking or not, because they didn't say, at least that I saw. So I just wish we'd hear more of that stuff. You hear me, Doug? Tell us more. And tell us how you thought about the episode, the Christmas episode. I know you listened.
Okay, moving right along. Who wants to go next?
Let's see what we got here. Tom Finn. An email. Hey, Control Point. With the new changes this week. Hey. I have a little tip regarding stickies. How convenient. That could be especially useful for soldiers, pyros, and offensive engineers. You probably already know that you can now shoot apart enemy stickies if you discover them. Yes, and we're sad about it. Strangely, each sticky is worth far more in metal and ammo than you'd expect, so shooting apart stickies can refill your ammo supplies very quickly. Huh? Okay, I'll continue. This should prove useful for offensive soldiers who are running low on rocket supplies and engineers looking to set up near a sticky control point.
I'm not buying it. Have you ever?
I thought they just disappeared.
Yeah, they just disappear. He's making this up.
Yeah.
This.
Weird. I mean, they do. They just dissolve. They just, they're gone.
Yeah. Or is there something we're missing?
Linux says they give metal. Exhibit A says there are chunks.
I always just see him go up in like a white pulf.
Okay, I think this is a job for the TF2 Mythbusters.
I believe so.
Yeah, wow.
So do they go up in the white pulf and then leave the ammo there?
I don't know. I
mean, is it invisible? Because you see nothing once a sticky disappears.
And Noobs Love Cake says that it's legitimate.
Well,
I mean, if you want to know what happens to the sticky bomb, I think it leaves our universe and it goes to some other alternate universe. It appears over there. So we don't see it. But we don't see the ammo either, so I don't know.
I'm getting multiple stories from the chat room. This is something to look into. I did not know this. If this is the case,
then yay for telling us something new.
Yeah. Wow, that's really freaky. Okay.
I'll continue with his email. Could you also give a shout out to Mookie, my beloved girlfriend?
Hey, Mookie, what's up, babe?
Happy birthday, Mookie.
Oh, is it her birthday?
Well, yeah, I'll read the rest.
Happy birthday.
We play a lot of TF2 together, and it was her birthday this week. I think this was like 3 weeks ago or something. This was around December 14th is when this email was sent. So happy birthday. Keep up the great podcasting into 2009. Yay. Thanks, Tom Finn, and happy birthday to Mookie, the beloved girlfriend. Okay, cool. All right, another email.
See, this one is from David in Orange, California.
Camels. Or Tuesday the 5th.
What are everyone's views on scripts, such as those used for auto rocket jumps? Do you think they constitute cheating? Does anyone there use them? And if so, what for?
Scripts. That's a good question.
I don't use a single script.
I don't either. I used to. I use scripts because I was curious to see how well they executed. And then I took them off because, honestly, they were kind of buggy, and I probably just didn't use the right scripts.
I'm going to go with lazy again. Like, I think I put some on a long time ago, and like old TF2, I used them for like grenade throwings because they would actually beat. They'd go 1, 2, and then you knew when to throw. But anyway, but just having to put them back on and stuff is just like, at some point it was just like, man, what's the point?
Well, it's kind of like it's like chaining yourself to a desk. It's like you're stuck now using these and you can't play the game otherwise. So now you have to use these scripts because they're part of your strategy.
Yeah, and there's some scripts that I think actually are a detriment to the classes. Like you mentioned the rocket jumping. As a soldier who uses a script as a rocket jump, they always go the maximum distance. And you don't always want that because you take the maximum damage when you go the maximum distance doing that. So you don't always want to do that. You want to be able to control your jump and be able to jump certain levels, certain ranges, certain directions, and things like that. And I think the auto rocket jump probably just is good for jumping on the balcony on 2 Fort.
Yeah.
I don't know. But yeah, that's my opinion.
Okay, we have an email from ECAJ Jake. That's Jake backwards and then Jake forwards. ECAJ Jake.
Oh wow, I didn't get that. Okay.
I think it would be cool if a sniper had one uber-charged sniper bullet instead of his machine gun. I will leave how it charges up to you guys.
When I read this email, I was confused as to. I'm trying to understand what an uber-charged bullet would do.
I think it would give someone an uber-charge.
An uber-charged bullet. But I'm thinking the bullet itself is uber-charged. It's glowing. It's invincible. But I'm trying to think of what is
like what defeats bullets.
Yeah, exactly. Like, can it be shielded or deflected by pyro? But it doesn't in this sense. And that's kind of lame because that's defeating one class.
I think maybe it kills Superman.
It kills the chief.
Why'd you have to go there?
It kills the cavalry.
Go ahead,
maybe the frogman.
Yeah.
We almost had a chief-free episode.
We did.
Almost.
You had to go and ruin it.
Yeah.
God, none of that. No, I think he wants to uber-charge people, and I don't think it's a good idea. I think the game does not need more uber charges.
Maybe it gives more rockets and more grenades to Demon Man and soldiers.
Then I'm absolutely for it. I take my story back completely. I'm 100% in favor of your fancy new sniper.
It gives the update to Xbox 360 players. What does this Ubercharge do?
Nice.
We don't know. It makes you quit playing the Feliz Navidad song over and over again. Okay.
Awesome.
So we also got one from Grains.
I love this name.
It's almost like granary. Grains. Hey, Control Point. I noticed.
But his full name.
Grains, the vegan zombie.
He said it the first time.
Oh, you did?
Yeah,
okay.
you
I was just thinking about grains. Yeah.
I actually didn't.
Oh, you did?
I don't know what he's talking about. Grains. Okay. Hey, Control Point. I noticed lately you guys have been getting fed up with all the class questions. I don't understand it personally. I think I'd like to know which class would be the most likely to go to the moon. So, I've prepared a special non-class question for you guys. If you could be stranded on a deserted island with any of the characters from Left 4 Dead, which would it be?
Nice.
Yeah. Seriously, we're 3 guys.
Yeah.
I think
Bill would annoy the hell out of me.
Oh, I thought you were going to say the boomer.
Francis?
I'd like to be left there with the boomer.
Really?
I'm going to go with Zoe, personally.
Yeah, I think Zoe's a safe bet.
Yeah. Nice.
And if you're listening, babe, you know, I would take you first, but he asked specifically Left 4 Dead.
By the way, everyone should add Fake Francis to their Twitter feed.
Oh, I noticed that all 4 of them have Twitters.
Wait, Twitters?
Fake Francis is the only good one.
Have you seen what Mad Lab's cooked up for Left 4 Dead?
Yes.
His I Hate Vans?
It's tied in.
It takes the Twitter feeds of I guess, when messages are sent that say, I hate something, and it just pulls those, and it has Francis say, I hate whatever they say.
That's awesome.
It's tied in. Yeah, that's what it has to do with his Twitter feed for Fake Francis.
That Mad Lab. He's a genius.
He is. A mad genius.
A madman. Okay, now one from Ashigak, who disappeared from the community and came back, apparently, and he's a cool guy. Guess what he gave us? A
Sudoku image.
Yes, Sudoku. Yeah.
Sudoku?
It's like,
Sudoku!
You know how you play Sudoku or whatever?
Yes.
Actually, I didn't even know, and Sabrina told me.
It's actually kind of fun.
It's like grids with numbers.
It's great.
1 to 9.
Yeah.
Well, this works out because there's 9 classes, so instead of 1 through 9 using numbers, you use little TF2 class heads.
Yes. So
this is actually,
but I'm wondering how
than the numbers.
I'm wondering how you would fill it in. Like, I mean, do you have to be able to draw the demo man, or do you have to be?
You'd either like cut out little tokens.
Yeah.
Put their heads down. That would probably make it very
But the key to Sudoku is it's a 9x9 grid, and each of the 3x3 squares on the 9x9 grid, on any line or row of the grid, you can only have one of the TF2 classes, and in each of the 3x3 squares, you can only have one of each of the TF2 classes, and so you have to do the logic.
I thought they used diagonals too.
No, diagonals are not involved. Just the 3x3s and the rows and the columns.
So look for that in the show notes.
Hell yeah! It's going to be big show notes.
Yeah, thank God I'm not doing them.
Now this is an email that's a little crazy, a little wacky. It was sent to us about 15 times. I really don't know why. I have no idea why.
I don't either. And it was sent. Wasn't it sent some way weird? Didn't it come through something?
Yeah. At first I thought it was spam, but I kind of looked at it and I saw some TF2 keywords, and I'm like, oh, maybe that's
why I haven't seen this.
There's not much punctuation. I'm not one to really make fun of someone for but this one is especially weird. So this one comes from Mr. Trezo from England. And I'm not picking on you, Trezo, but this is just kind of a little weird.
I am. You spammed us with your message, man.
It says, who would win, red or blue?
Red. Go on.
Blue.
What is better if red team are fighting in a blue paint factory and their sentries are shooting red paint? Who would win?
Red. Go on.
Blue.
Best tell me this information. Also, there is a spy saping a sandwich that is green and heavy turned green because of it. So there is now a green team, and he recruited 2 medics that can crit Ubered him in, and our how would win then?
Red.
Blue.
A lot of question marks, by the way, after that one.
7. There's 7 in particular.
Okay. Exactly. Also, PC updates coming out for Xbox 360.
Red. Go on.
Whew.
So
that was a tough one.
Yeah,
I got through it though.
I don't.
We thank you for the email. It's just that we can't really understand it much.
I think the key here is the last 2 words or combinations of characters. Is Xbox 360. I think this was sent through an Xbox 360 on the little keypad.
I wonder. That would explain a lot.
And then he hit entered, and it got an hourglass or something. He was like, I didn't get through. So he entered, and then finally went boom, went through.
Except it got sent to us about 15 times over a period of 12 hours.
It's insane.
So in other words,
he sat there a while. I kind of feel sorry for Mr. Trezo.
So I don't know what the painting and all the. Anyway, let's just move on.
Okay,
so the answer is blue.
Red.
Blue.
From Diet Olive, red.
Blue.
Dear CP host, I have a question for you. And seeing how much you love getting class questions, I'm going to try my best to make it a class question. Semicolon P.
Hey, Brent, I know how you hate getting punched in the face, so I'm going to punch you in the face over and over again, and let's see how this goes.
Awesome. Let's start. If you, as a person, wear a I think that's supposed to be right? Were a TF2 class, what would your favorite gameplay mechanic in TF2 be? My answer to this question is the Uber, as it makes the game stand out from other FPSs and can crush defenses into smithereens like the band. And I added in that last part. The band. So, Red, move on. Fight Food 22. Bye.
Well, wait, what's your favorite gameplay mechanic in TF2?
Okay.
Mechanic.
That's not a class question. So
right, it's not really.
Yeah. Game mechanic. I think the rocket jump is really cool. I mean, it's not like unique to TF2 or anything. The reflection is awesome, although I don't use it. It's a cool mechanic. I'm going to go with the Uber charge. Maybe that's my favorite mechanic. That is very cool. It's always been cool since day one. You're shiny. You're invincible. It's awesome. It's teamwork to the max. It takes two people to perform. It's cool.
I think the sticky and rocket jumping is as part of the base game mechanic. I mean, I'm not saying you can't do it in other games, but I don't think many other games include it as part of the mechanic, like designing the game around it happening.
Oh, okay.
And I think it really differentiates TF2 from other things. But my favorite, favorite gameplay feature is the basic design of the characters and the general feel of the art direction. That's what I really feel like that's what makes the game to me.
Yeah. And I can say that probably a lot of people's least favorite game mechanic is probably the crits. Now, I'm actually a fan of the crits, but I just hear so many people complain.
I'm going to go with voice chat. I think there's nothing like being able to talk to a bunch of people, playing music and stuff over the voice chat.
It's pretty awesome.
I think that's the best part of the game, really.
Yeah, you get Yamed
See
in
where
there.
you're going with that.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
okay, from Fight the Food 22. I've been listening to the podcast for a couple of weeks and decided to send in a question. I can't do this.
If the chief,
I can't feel good about myself.
The cavalryman, and the Ash Williams class all transformed into one class, what would it be called? And what would its weapons be? And what would its taunts be?
Yikes.
It's the Ash Williams Cavalry Chief.
So it's
I think it would be on a horse and it would be wielding a guitar. Correct? Do you think so?
So it's the Chieferly Williams?
The Chieferly Williams. And it's going to be on a horse, wielding a guitar, and
complaining about the podcast.
Yes, and the taunts would all be songs about things.
About things.
I don't know.
And he would be smoking peyote. All right. Donnie.
Speaking of.
No, just deleted it. We can move on.
Deleted it. Oh, did Don ask it? He asked some sort of
He asked what the cavalry chief would be.
Oh, jeez.
I got that far before Brent deleted it from the doc.
Okay.
Where's that revisions thing?
Thanks, Donnie.
Do you really want to see it? I can.
No, it's okay. It's
right
fine.
there.
Okay. But we got a cavalry chief question. We've already answered that because it's the Calv Chief Williams.
Yeah. Now, this next one is really long. This is from Adesti Infidelis. This one is really long, and it's probably best to skim this one. It's one of those, here's some cool ideas for Scout unlocks.
Yeah. I mean, this isn't really a question. It's just, this is better for go to the forums and post it there, and people can put the opinions there. So I don't think we should even read it.
It's very long, very detailed, probably very cool. It's just awkward to read a book. And I'm sure there's probably already a thread somewhere in there about Scout unlocks and stuff too, right? So just go and post your ideas there. There's no reason for us to read them over the air. Yeah.
I don't think. Okay, so we also got an application, I believe this is.
Yes.
And now, is this something he made, or is this something that he found?
I don't know.
Oh, where at?
From Mintalk.
Oh, yes, this should be in surveillance. We had so much here, I guess.
Why would it be in surveillance? It's made by one of our listeners.
No, he didn't make it.
Oh,
this was surveilled by Mintalk. 1982. I'll go ahead and cover it now. This is a cool little Vista Sidebar app or gadget. He let me in on this one the other day because with my new computer I have 64-bit Vista and I moved up from XP. So he's like, oh, I got to load you up with some goodies. So this is really cool. It's a game monitor. Basically, just you can point it towards 3 different servers. Whatever game. So I have it pointed towards CP1 and CP3 and the Focus Gaming server. So basically what it does is it shows you all the time on the right side how many people are currently populating the server and what map is currently being played.
That's pretty cool.
It's very cool. It updates all the time, and it's a cool reminder to play. It's just like, hey, there's like 24 people. There's 2 slots open. Like, why don't you jump in and play? It's inviting. Dustbowl.
Do you think constant update tools like this are going to ruin the internet?
Probably.
Well, because they're tubes, and we're filling up the tubes with these updates.
The tubes are getting clogged. But this is...
buy me some furniture for my house. Anyway.
He also gave me another one. It's not TF2 related. Well, it could be. It's basically just an Xbox Live monitor. It'd show you what friends are online and so forth. Pretty cool. So anyway, this is just a cool reminder for me. I'm like, oh yeah, TF2, it exists. People are having fun at this current moment. Why don't I join in? So it's cool. Thanks, Mintalk. Next,
so we want to skip that next one, correct? Because or do we want to do that now, or does it go under?
It's just something we can throw in show notes.
It's our thread of the week.
Yeah, we'll mention it and throw it in the show notes. Thread of the week by EsBe. EsBe makes some class unlocks with pictures.
Yes, he made very cool little pictures of his class unlocks.
Yeah, very detailed. And thanks for not sending it to us. This is one of those things that it's just way better. Just absorb it through text. Just read it, check it out, look at the pictures. A lot of thought went into this, and very cool. So that's the thread of the week.
Okay. And we also got one other question. This is from Filthy Mugshot. And it has to do with episode 50, which we rarely get 50 questions.
Oh,
so this
nice.
is good.
Very nice.
He says, why did you leave the mariachi band behind when you flew out of Cuba?
Oh.
And that was one of those plot points that I was a little curious why we left that in ourselves.
Yeah, it was originally going to we're going to follow it up on our 100th episode.
Yes.
And we still may. But if you listen back towards the beginning, there's a lot of things kind of alluding up to the mariachi band and really their involvement with the whole plot. So,
and actually, if you listen, there is some weirdness with the instruments. One of the instruments in the mariachi band will give you a hint for something in episode 100.
Yep.
So go back and listen and pay attention.
And feel free to start up a thread in the forums about this too, maybe some speculation type thing.
Yes, and there actually is some there are some allusions to the names of the people in the mariachi band.
Yep.
And you can probably actually figure out something if you figure out their names.
Yeah.
But also, and this may be a little inside baseball, but when we were doing the storyboards for this part, some things just didn't work out right. So
we had to kind of. We had to
fudge it. Okay,
we kind of had to make stuff
fudge it a little bit.
Yeah. Yes. But thank you, Filthy Mugshot. Good question. All right.
So now we have
a Fritz question of the week, which is not actually a question.
Hey, CV, Ifrit here. Did you know that the rocket jump waltz that you play at the end of the podcast isn't actually a waltz, seeing that its time signature is 4/4 and waltzes are meant to be in 3/3? Did you also know that the sniper was originally going to have a club, not a kukri, meaning that the whole kukri gag would never have happened, and I just can't imagine this podcast without it. So yeah, see you.
Okay, well,
it would be bat, and
we
the club. Oh, was it a club? It wasn't a bat, wasn't it? Yeah. So that was the Fritz comment of the week.
Yeah, and we got another one in, not from a Fred, but I just noticed while we were doing the episode, we got one from Face Up, Left Down. There's something about the Rocket Jump Waltz 8-bit. I haven't listened to this yet, but I thought we could go ahead and play it since he was talking about the waltz or whatever.
Okay. I like that.
Yeah. Makes me feel like I'm playing Ghosts and Goblins, doesn't it?
Yeah, it kind of does. Huh. Wow. We should almost just let that play out while we talk. That's soothing, isn't it?
Huh. Wow.
Sweet.
It played out. That was
Very cool.
Yeah. I'm a big fan.
Yay.
And it is true. It's not a waltz.
Yeah.
I mean, but I don't really think most people think of the waltz as having the sound signature. It's like you could go on a waltz about the park. And I don't think anybody taking a waltz about the park is really dancing to a 4/3 signature.
That's true. You could waltz around all willy-nilly as well. Ready for surveillance?
I am ready for surveillance.
Surveillance. Dun dun.
Surveillance. It's that time of the podcast. Surveillance. Let's get to it fast.
I love it.
I like that. Okay. Christmas episode music videos.
Woohoo!
Spotted by St. Louis Ribs. 7734.
Good you included that part.
Yes.
Now, which videos are these?
These
Are these gore bags?
Gore bag.
Did you see the ones I linked on the forums?
Oh, these are things that are okay. The first one of them is "Spice Up in My Sandwich," the song that we did on our last year for Christmas. This is a machinima, just kind of built around our tunes, and it's cool. It's a slideshow, but it's cool to have all the lyrics kind of popping up on the screen on the bottom side, so you could sing it like karaoke style. But at the end, well, I guess it's not all screenshots. But at the end, there's this crazy like aftermath, like sad, like very epic and very concerning, very weird. You should check it out. It will change your mood instantly. Like, oh, what am I watching here? Also, the second one, and I'm clicking on it right now. Waiting for it to load. It's beginning to look a lot like Dustbowl, and this is another one. Although I don't think this one has a cool ending like the
No, it does not. I know which one you're talking about.
But this is another one that was made in Gary's mod. It has a lot of screenshots to it, but the you can see the lyrics popping up on the screen as they're sung, which is cool in a neat stylized way. It's not like scrolling at the bottom all boring or anything like that. So it's pretty cool. Pretty cool video.
I actually put in a collection on the forums of a group of other TF2 holiday songs that were written by Gorebag and the Grunts. Did you check those out at all?
I don't think so.
I did not see them.
Well, I'm putting a note in here to this. I put a link to the entire Gorebag and the Grunts channel.
Okay.
And the songs are very rough, and some of them are a lot of fun, and I definitely recommend checking them out if you enjoy all the silly TF2 Christmas songs.
Okay. Excellent. And for more Christmas TF2 songs, listen to episode 56, by the way, of Control Point.
Okay, our next thing we got surveilled was spotted by Flechette, and he heard us talking about unlock ideas the other day, and there is a webpage that has a whole bunch of really interesting TF2 unlockable ideas. These are, the person who did them worked very careful not to make them be anti-one class things. Mm-hmm. They were really trying to be ideas to really, further the complexity of the class without necessarily saying, oh, well, this will make this class better against a particular tactic or against a particular thing. So it's well worth checking out. We also have a video forwarded to us by Linux 276 called Engination. And this is a Casino Royale edit. I
think it starts off as a Casino Royale using the actual audio from one of the scenes, and it's kind of a reenactment using kind of it's definitely machinima, but it's using kind of a black and white noir kind of look, real dramatic, and it goes into some other scenes. We started watching this right before the show, on Wes's cracked out machine here, and it started like really cracking out. So we can't really comment on the whole thing, but I can't wait to watch it because it looks so freaking cool.
Yeah, it's done really, really well. It's done very film noir, black and white to start off with, and we'll link to it in the show notes.
Yes, along with everything else.
This is going to have the longest show notes in the world. What have you done?
Then we also spotted by Pierre Cron the Ernie and Bert. Or no, the NG. Was Fortress for Dead, which is basically a redone version of the intro for Left 4 Dead with TF2 sounds from the different characters and stuff.
Yes, and Bill is the soldier, and
the scout is the infected.
Yeah, Francis is the... Oh, what was Francis? The NG? And what was Lewis? Lewis was the demo. And the witch was the pyro, and the heavy was the tank. The tank, yeah. So anyway,
it was good. I thought it was funny.
Yeah, it's got some funny parts. Definitely recommend checking it out.
And some of the sounds that are used, some of the waves are kind of lesser known ones and lesser used waves. I thought, some specifically from the soldier. Some of the lines I just don't even recall hearing in the game. So I thought that was kind of cool. That at least it's not like generic stuff you always hear. That just kind of...
Yeah, I thought it sucked ass.
You did?
No, I'm just kidding. I was not as impressed about it as everybody else. I just thought that it could have been done better.
But it's better than nothing.
And I think also I thought it would be the other way, I guess, also.
You thought it would be Left 4 Dead noises in TF2 video?
Yeah, and I think that could be done much better and more fun.
See where you're going with this.
So,
I hate vans.
I hate vans.
So, are we done with that? We're going to go to shout-outs?
Shout-outs!
Shout-out, shout it out loud.
And this player this week...
Shout-out,
player of the week? Ready for this?
No.
You're not ready?
No, I'm not.
Now are you ready?
No.
Oh. What about now?
Okay.
It's Pierre Cron the Edgy.
Yes, Pierre Cron, the Bert and Ernie or whatever. Pierre Cron, the NG. You've submitted so many things to our show and been very active. And you sent us lots of good NG things this week. And just for being a darn good NG and upgrading my Sentry when it needs attention and stuff like that. So, congratulations. You've won the title of Player of the Week. Okay.
Dun, dun, dun. Who's in charge of giving that on Steam nowadays?
Absolutely no one.
Yeah, no one actually gets it.
Yeah.
Really?
I don't think.
It was stuck on Zeep for a long, long time.
Or actually, one of the mods might be doing it still.
We need a mod. We need a mod to go in and actually assign Player of the Week.
We're too lazy.
I changed it last time, and you have to look through pages and pages and pages.
Yes.
I changed it to
I think we should just
Milkshake.
start making more people admins and every week make them do it.
We used to make Jazz do it. Can we make Jazz do it again?
I don't know where Jazz is. Is Jazz
He's
still
around,
here?
yeah. Jazz, assign the Player of the Week to Pierre Cron. Go.
No. He's not in the chat room today.
Well, maybe.
Okay. So shout outs. We got an email from Rusty Bullet. This is kind of a shout out email. I've been busy getting people on PS3 TF2 to join our new recently opened PS3 CP clan. So far, I have 3 official CP members for you guys, and they are already or planning on getting on the forums. I would like to make a shout out to them now. Killer King CP. He uses the 3 instead of an E.
That's Rusty Bullet with the 3 in the name.
Yeah. Also, Yippee-Ki-Yay CP and Skilled Killer CP.
I did not see any CP people when I played the other day.
So you didn't see
the
these
PS3.
3. And he's also shouting out to TF2 Mythbusters.
No, I am.
Oh, that was your
me.
shout out.
Yes. Shouting out to the Mythbusters. Good job. Keep up the good work.
Yeah, I can't wait to see what they do with it.
I know. I'm excited.
So did we explain that? Can you explain it real quick?
Okay, there were some videos on doing Mythbuster stuff already, but I think they're going to take it a step further. I don't know who's doing the editing and stuff, but I wouldn't mind getting involved with that some. And I would really like to do some stuff like the Mythbusters show. You know, like do like the blueprints, and you're showing like the bullet going through someone's head, and then they actually go out and test it. You know, and maybe even have like 2 guys as the host.
Freaky Delic is editing. He says it's coming out soon, episode 1. Soon. I like the sound of that.
No. Freaky Delic is not editing episode 1.
Oh, he's not? No. Well, maybe he should. I don't know. Someone should. Or Destructor is. Or Destructor.
Now, if you want to find more information about the TF2 Mythbuster series, you do want to put Destructor on your friends list and get him added and talk to him about it.
Okay. Is he the mastermind behind this operation?
He's one. I know he sent me a message about sending out a Steam announcement to get people to go help them record, so it sounds like maybe he is the one kind of doing the operation. Freaky Delic seems to be helping out as well, I guess.
Okay. So Freaky Delic is the one doing the rickrolling. Yeah. Okay. Awesomeness. Well, I like it.
Are we done? This has been a really long episode.
Let's see. I think we are. And before we end, I'm going to say we have another song by I Drink Your Milkshake. This one will be put on the end of the show, so don't turn it off yet. This Bonk song is called Cowboy Bebonk. And it is a bonk version of the Cowboy Bebop theme called Tank.
Now, I do have some more files in here that were in there. Is these ones going later?
Yes, I believe so. Any comments and stuff?
Things like that? Okay.
So give us a call, 256-513-4772. Listen to all of our other shows, deadworkers.com/network. Also, come check out this show. We still get questions asking us, like, how do we watch the show? Oh, my God, you guys have a webcam? I didn't even know. Well, yeah, we do this live every single Sunday on Ustream. There's an IRC channel. You can chat with us. Right now, there's 57 people still here. No one's left. Yay. And you can watch us live and chat and stuff like that, and call us out and answer our questions.
And be there for us when we don't know something.
Yeah, and say funny things in the chat, and then we'll repeat them.
Because those times you're listening to the show and you go, what are they talking about? And you really want to tell us how wrong we are. And you get angry and you want to pull over and hit that other guy in the face.
Oh, like right now.
Well, if you get in the chat room, you can do it in live.
They're correcting me right now. There's actually 42 people, not 57. I'm looking at the episode number. So anyway, so that's why the chat room is cool.
And you can get to that at www.deadworkers.com/live.
Yes. Deadworkers.com/live.
You can even watch old episodes too.
Yes, that's true. We don't really record them anymore, do we?
Well, then we should clean up that mess at the bottom of the page.
Yes. You can check out our page on the TF2 Wiki. If you go to deadworkers.com/TF2, on the right side, it says About Control Point Podcast. Click that link. Also, give us iTunes reviews. We're so close to 100. I think that would be so cool to have it. If you enjoyed the Christmas episode, which was episode 56, please give us a comment on iTunes. I think that would be great.
I do want to give out one shout out to Jazz. He's really busy. He's got a new podcast, the Jazzcast, I believe.
Jazzcast.
I have not heard it yet, but I'm sure he's busy with it.
Sounds smooth. Join the Steam community if you're not already, and join the forums.
Oh no, Freaky Delic says that's the wrong name.
Well, you should give us the right name then.
Yeah, give us the right name. So yes, join the forums. Follow us on Twitter. Go to our webpage and just get all of the Twitter information. There's too many people there. So cool.
It's just enigmatic beavers.
The enigmatic beavers.
Enigmatic beavers.
Yeah, Calvary Cast.
What's it about?
That's very enigmatic.
Yes, it is.
Are we done?
Yes, we are done.
Let's end this. This has been a travesty of justice.
Until episode 58, we're out.
You are now at the end of another episode of Control Point.
Victory.
Every one of you deserves a medal.
A podcast brought to you by the Dead Workers Party. See the show notes and leave comments for this episode at controlpoint.deadworkers.com or leave us a voicemail at area code 256-513-4772.
Auf Wiedersehen!
Hey Control Point, it's Ashigak here. I'm back and up to date now. I'm not entirely sure where you put this in your on your whole podcast, but I want to give out 3 shout-outs to people in the community that I don't even know. The first one's to Nivicaris for playing the trombone. I mean, I do it as well. I'd love the fact there's more of us out there. Second one to Ash Williams for being the imaginative instrumentalist who actually writes his own songs rather than just doing parodies. And to Wesley Wade Wilson, who is the most in tune of the Control Point hosts. So there we go, 3 shout-outs. Enjoy the podcast and see you around.
Hey, Carhax here, calling in for CP. Well, I just wanted to tell you I have had the CP Jump the Shark song on and off stuck in my head since Christmas, and I hope you're proud of yourself.
Oh my gosh, I'm at a Christmas party, and this is the first time I've ever heard Feliz Navidad after listening to the podcast, and all I can think of is, CP, jump the shark! CP, jump the shark! CP, jump the shark!
Hey, Control Point, it's Zyper here. I've been listening to the podcast here for a while now, but I just kind of noticed that I haven't really played on many of the servers and haven't made too many posts on the forum. So as my New Year's resolution, I've decided to become more active in the Control Point community. So to start doing this, I am making more posts on the forums, and I am officially quitting class questions. So you don't have to worry about any more from me because I've been kind of hounding you on them lately. And to end it all off, I have a spy tip here. With the new update, officially making spies gods because they can have almost unlimited cloak, a good thing that you need to remember to do is you can always jump on a server and that has little to no people on it, and you can go spy and go right from your spawn and try to link up with ammo packs. Just go invisible and see how long you can stay invisible using certain routes that lead into ammo. And practicing that with hiding spots when there isn't no ammo around, you can find easy ways to get behind enemy lines. So keep up the great work, guys. I'm a big fan. Bye.
It is the Bendy NG, guys. How are you? Time for another which class question. No, I'm just kidding with you. I actually do have a class tip today. Woo! Anyway, the tip is be like your enemy. I know it sounds stupid, but it actually is a good idea. Say, for example, there is a totally noobus soldier who is killing you constantly and will not let up with those stupid crit rockets. What do you do? Simple. Act like him. Be a stupid soldier noob with the crit rockets, and you will make him die faster than you can say tea and crumpets. I have found this technique to work in many games such as Halo 3 when fighting the Flood, and I have also found it to work in Half-Life 2. Act like the fast zombies. Run up to people and bash them with a crowbar or something like that. Unfortunately, I can't do the scream that really good. By the way, the scream is the Howie scream. Look it up on YouTube. Anyway, hope you guys have a good day and a good podcast. And I do want to try a Devilman impersonation, so forgive me if I do a bad. Hold on. They're going to bury what's left of you in a soup can. Sorry if it was louder than that. See you guys later. Bye. Hey guys, it's Tim, the Xbox veteran. I'm changing my name to Bendy NG now since I think it's kind of a little more catchy. Anyway, I was just listening to your 55th podcast, and I was listening to Brent's thoughts on your guys' thoughts on the heavy. I don't really agree that the heavy should be removed from the game, but I think like his health should be a little bit more, not increased, like keep it the same, but like if the heavy is affected the same way as almost every other class by bullets, pretty much. And as you played Left 4 Dead, you know if you're a tank and if everybody sees you, you go down pretty fast. And when you're a heavy, regardless of what version of the Team Fortress 2 you're playing, if people see you, they're going to want to focus your fire on you a lot more because you can be either very dangerous or you can be an easy kill. So I don't know if I'll listen to this. I would actually suggest that the heavy has a bit more resistance to enemies' firepower instead of him being just a total giant bag of hit points with a gun that only does a lot of damage at close range. Because so many times, I'm sure you've had this happen to you, you would have a scout running up behind you while you're firing like crazy, and you try to get him, and all he does is stand still and just shoot you twice point blank and kills you immediately. So yeah, I think that would probably be a good idea, just like increase the heavy's resistance to enemy firepower. Take care, guys. I'm leaving for Florida in 3 days. See you guys later. Bye.
Hey, Dead Workers. It's Oliver and Damon. We run the Tech Room podcast, and we realized as I've been flipping through your episodes, as well, I don't get along a lot and download them, that you haven't been mentioning it sometimes, and we have been getting no publicity or joining on our website. Not that you really are obliged to do that, but we would like it. If you'd like to find our podcast, you can find it at thetechroom.tk, or you can get it on iTunes by searching The Tech Room. Unfortunately, we're all the way at the bottom of the list once you click on podcasts. Alas. Poor Yorick, I knew him well. Sorry. Today we're getting another episode up. We haven't been doing it for a while, but if you could please support us, that would be great. Yeah, we'll send you milk, Spencer, because we know you're lactose intolerant. Milk and cheese and everything dairy. Please get back to us as soon as you can. Oliver is Etrian on Skype, and I on Skype am DemonX2381. Thank you for your time, my good friends. Goodbye.
Hello, Podsters. This is Mills, MILLS. Just regarding the episode 55, looking at the NG and Spy updates, I just wanted to call you out on the short shrift that you gave the medic portion. I know you mentioned the bullet points, but I, for one, find those new medic bubbles over people's heads very useful for doing some triage, which is, of course, is a classic medic function. You can definitely prioritize who needs the most healing and who is just a moron who just likes to spam the medic button. Also being able to see who's on fire, very useful. So I thought that was a pretty cool interim update for the medic. Even the overhealing particle effect is pretty neat. I like to, pass the healing around as much as possible, and that's a real quick and easy way to see who needs attention next. So anyway, just wanted to mention that, and congratulations on a year plus of podcasting. I hope you all have a happy new year.
Hey, Control Point, this is IDrinkYourMilkshake here. I just wanted to wish all of you guys a very Merry Christmas. Here it's December the 25th. Merry Christmas. So Merry Christmas, Eric Fullerton, Wes Wilson, and Brent Copeland, and maybe Spencer Williams, if he's still doing the show. So Merry Christmas to all you guys, and I hope you have an amazing holidays and Happy New Year. Okay, see ya.
Running circles around you. Ooh, yeah, you're real scary. Yeah, why don't you come over and say that to my face, tough guy?
Get stuff together. Okay, 3, 2, 1, let's go.
Say goodbye to your kneecaps, chucklehead. Yeah, come get some, you frickin' wuss.
Control Point, episode 57, recorded on December 4th, 2008. 9! And it's not December anymore. What's the day?
You've got a point.
January.
It is the 4th.
Oh, it is.
Yes.
2009.
All I did was it said December ? So I changed the 4.
Okay. Oops.
Dead Workers Party Network, filling your ear canals with our voice.